Is this you? Are you about to start gardening and you have no idea about this? The worst element that you can deal with is the wind. It is not the heat, it's not the cold. The wind, I can't stress this enough, and I had no idea. So today we're going to go over a couple things on what I do to protect my garden from this wind. It's crazy. Let's talk about it. So if you could take a look at this persimmon tree, it takes so much energy for it to put in the fruiting. Look at all these flowers. Your trees will kind of put energy into one thing, whether it's rooting, flowering, or leaves. In this case, because it was so warm, a lot of things fruited early, or at least tried to, and gave a lot of flowers. This is a chocolate persimmons. Just beautiful, right? And take a look at my pomegranate. Also, I'm a Disney princess, so I had all these bees and birds coming in trying to pollinate all this beautifulness. And I can't stress this enough, because in a desert climate like Vegas, for instance, you're thinking about what you're going to do against the heat. I always hear questions about the heat, but I don't really see anybody talking about the real issues here. And it's windy all the time. 60-mile-per-hour winds. I've had winds break trees, guys. Break trees. And you just legitimately don't even think about this. Like, it's not even a concern. I don't hear anybody talking about it. And the thing is, the wind is going to change when the seasons change. When it's after it gets windy, that means it's either going to be really hot or really cold, or rather it's changing from one of those two, right? So that's just a big heads up. So before you start gardening, really think about where you're placing things in your garden and how you can protect it from the wind. Like, how are you going to protect it from the wind? If you're in Vegas especially, and this is true to any other places, you might want to look this up for your area if you're not sure. Because often what happens is you start gardening and then you're like, oh, I never thought about that. I did it. So let's get into it. You're going to think about cutting the wind. Each layer of whatever you have is going to cut down the wind by a certain amount of percentages, right? So bamboo, for instance, it grows super tall, and it's a natural way to cut down the wind. It's crazy to think about how small this bamboo was a year ago, but you get it planted. I did a video on it. There's clumping bamboo, there's runner bamboo, there's different types. So if you're gonna put it in the ground, maybe do a clumping. And guys, keep your things in pots. Think about getting up to 15 gallon pots, something that you can move around, that you can move into a nice enclosed protective area if you need to. And this is true for things like rain and sun and things like that. Until you get a nice thick microclimate, maybe consider leaving your things in pots. As you can see, I have all these poles. What I also do is cut it with shade cloth. So my idea is have bamboo surrounding the outside areas, or taller plants. These other pomegranates and grapes and things like that, things with a lot of leaves, are going to be surrounding my outside. Not only is that going to give me some like shade protection, and as well as give me a barrier between me and my neighbors, but also it's also going to cut wind by a certain percentage. The issue with here is that we don't have a lot of trees. Like, look at this crap. Look at this crap. When you're in a valley, it's flat, so the wind's just going through everything. So you want to cut the wind, by 25% multiple times, or by half multiple times, or whatever the case is. So you have shade cloth here, and this is my second stage of wind protection. So the bamboo's on the outside, and then another set of bamboo, and then a shade cloth. And I don't know, I think bamboo is kind of a must. Not only does it protect against the wind, but it also provides a lot of living mulch, and it allows me to feed my garden. You also want to think about which way your house is facing and which way you need the most protection against the wind, right? You don't want to just do all this work and then it's really not doing anything. I'd personally suggest like a clumping bamboo. I wish that I would have put this in the ground. Clumping really stays in a nice thick circle versus running bamboo, which those are ones you kind of have to worry about because that can shoot runners up anywhere. It really depends on your area and how you have it. This bamboo is getting full Vegas sun. It loves it. It's growing and it's getting taller and taller, but it's staying in one specific area, so I'm going to need multiple types of clumping bamboo. Look at my pomegranates though. It's just sad. It hurts my heart. Pomegranates do really well here, but hey, this wind, it like I said, it doesn't discriminate. It'll just destroy everything. And in my opinion, having things posted right up against the wall on the windier side, it really truly helps. It completely stops the wind. And the day after, just nonsense. Like, you now have to put so much time into going around in the garden and picking up everything that the tornado did. I can't stress this enough. I don't see enough people talk about this. Just a mess. So now on a day, so now if you have your rotation going, now you have to stop and change it so that you can not get nagged at by your wife because the garden's all messed up because there's stuff everywhere, you know? And it's not just about nagging. Realistically, I don't want my dogs getting into anything, or I wanted things to be as neat as possible. But like, this is crazy! Absolutely nuts. So it's the wind, you guys. It really is the wind. Like, I just organized all of this. All of it. It's so irritating. But it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. Hopefully you can learn off of my mistakes or what I've learned. But seriously, what the heck is this black things? I've been seeing a lot of them lately. Annoying. Hopefully this trap crop puts in its work and makes some changes this year. But I lost every single persimmon. All of them. This tree put all this energy into this and they're all gone. At any rate, leave me a comment below. Let me know your comments, questions, concerns on this topic. If you guys have any other ideas of what you've done to alleviate some of these issues. Or if you have any questions. Like the video if you like it. Consider subscribing. And most importantly, let's grow.